My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I'm gonna do 5 topics today, or 4 topics today from today's show. Possibly 5 topics. We're gonna start with actually, I'm gonna combine 3 topics right now. So, while I'm combining the 3 topics, here they are. First off, according to the Today Show this morning, I give a good shout out to the Lakota Sioux Indians because the project has been halted. It doesn't mean it's been stopped, but it's been halted. I'm not going to celebrate too soon because I don't want to jinx it. And when I was watching the Today Show, it kind of really fucked me up because our president-elect Donald Trump supports the pipeline project. This guy just can't get a fucking enough of condemning somebody in some way, shape, or form. And I'm sorry if don't nobody like me because I don't like Donald Trump. Hey, that's your opinion, and that's cool. There's nothing I can really do about how you feel politically about anyone. And my job as your friend is to not fucking worry about it. But when you are putting a nation of people's way of life in danger because you're rich and they're not, and you support a project that's going to affect them and possibly us somewhere down the line, you really might need to reapply yourself in life. Speaking of Donald Trump, while we're still on the subject, apparently on Saturday Night Live, he tweeted out the night that this came out about the newest skit with Alec Baldwin, and he did not like the way that it was done on Saturday Night Live, as he tweeted some really righteously bad stuff. So I don't have to do that one in the other topics now because I've just talked about it right now. Okay, look. Here's how this works out. If you are a public figure, if you are an entertainer, fame and stuff comes with a price. Alright? And if you're not willing to take that price, then you probably want to consider a different lifestyle than to be in front of the public eye and not be able to take a joke. Saturday Night Live has made fun of everybody. They've made fun of The View. They've made fun of The Talk. They'll probably make fun of me when they see all these videos. And they've made fun of Donald Trump. They've made fun of Barack Obama. They even had The Rock on there with Barack Obama, making fun of Barack Obama. So really, you want to get mad because they're making fun of you. It's Saturday Night Live. They've been on since I was in diapers. They're like 43 or 44 years old, like me. So if you can't take a joke, you're going to be a hell of a bad president. And also, while we're on the president, hey, look, man, don't fucking piss off China. We have nice ties with them, and I like them. So I would prefer you not to piss off China or Cuba or anybody else that Barack Obama has been working hard to get us to have world peace. Worry about ISIS. Enough said? So, we're going to get off of that now, and we're going to go on to we're going to go on to another video. In fact, I'm just going to keep going. First off, everybody should say a prayer for the people in, I think it was Oakland, California. I'm not going to swear to it, but apparently there was a house party and the building burnt down, and like lots of people were hurt and lots of people may possibly dead. They're still fanning out to find the bodies now. So by the time I put this up, hopefully they'll have all the bodies. And it's kind of really bad that these things happen, and they're looking deep into the construction of this and how this stuff happened. And you know, I'm thinking to myself as I pray for these people, because a lot of these tragedies can be prevented if we take the time to actually do things. And sometimes when you have a party, people don't take a head count. And if the building can only support yay so many people, that's why the fire marshals go and do their jobs. So we really got to be a little bit more careful when we're partying and thinking of others. You know, there has to always be an exit strategy to all these buildings and shit that you're having these parties in. There has to be an extra strategy, because if you don't have an extra strategy, and I'm going to say this because if I don't, no one will probably think of it, or somebody will think of it too late, because me thinking of it, it's already too late. Before you have a party, like the hour before the guests even arrive, or even as the guests arrive, before the party gets started, an hour before the party starts. Once all your guests are there, you should practice a fucking fire drill. I mean, it's just common sense that if you practice a fire drill, because most people in a crisis situation, they panic before they do anything else. So if you have everybody straight and tell them the party's going to start, the party's going to be fine, but this is your exit over here, everybody exit this building in an orderly fashion at the 4 exits that I have pointed you to, because we need to practice a fire drill. So that way, if an emergency happens, you will be prepared and you will have practiced this fire drill so that everyone can get the hell out of the building and there will be less life loss. Now, my last two things on this one, so I decided to combine my 5 topics for today's show so that I would save space. The last 2 topics. First, my heart goes out to Joe McKnight's family, who was an NFL player who apparently was killed in a road rage incident, which is not cool. And being that I suffer from road rage, but I have enough mental and physical restraint that, there are some things you just don't do. I punch the hell out of my steering wheel every now and again, maybe the roof of my car. But never have I taken my anger out on the person who cannot drive in front of me, because that's just not right. Maybe they're not having a good day. I don't know what the situation in the car ahead of me is, but I also don't beep the horn. If someone's at a green light and I'm pissed off, I'll rev my engine a couple times, but I don't beep the horn because I think that's kind of rude. But everybody acts differently. So if you're in a situation involving road rage, think before you do something stupid. This young man has lost his life, and we don't know if there's going to be any charges against the guy or whatever because of road rage. And road rage is never an excuse to end someone's life. But we all need to check ourselves before we decide to go out and check somebody else. Now, finally, the last one, because this was on the Today Show, and then I'm off of the Today Show topics for the day. Finally, this court case that's happening in South Carolina right now probably doesn't happen, but it's happening while we speak. The jury is hung on the cop that shot the black guy in the blue shirt in the back. Now, the cop says that the guy took a stun gun and then he ran and the guy shot him in the back. The video doesn't show that because the video only picks up where the guy is running and the officer decides to delegate firing bullets into the guy. So in that, it's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Sorry, I got totally distracted by Days of Our Lives because I swear that I just seen Marlena in jail with Hope, and I just seen what the fuck is her name? T-Boz from TLC. Now I could be wrong, but that's what I saw. And if not, then she has a hell of a look-alike. Back onto the thing. The jury is hung. There's 11 white people and 1 black person on this jury. And I don't know if they're all male or women or whatever, but the jury is hung on whether they want to charge this officer with murder or self-defense and let him go. So that's a story that we all need to be focusing on, because I don't want to get anything started and I don't want to be the first one to say it, but I probably am. If this cop gets off from shooting this black guy in the back just like the other cop did, who was a black guy who was a black guy shot by a black cop, and that black cop got off. I don't know what city or state that's in, but it was on Nightline with Lester Holt sometime last week. So this one, the white cop shot the black cop, and I fear that if he gets off, and I'm saying this, I hope I'm not the first one to say it, but I do fear that there very well may be a riot in South Carolina, which would not shock me for the last 2 cases where black lives have been taken by officers of the law. So again, we have to be more diligent about the things that we do. We have to be more diligent about that, because if we're not, there's no telling what to happen. I'm tired of being a young black person and in fear of my life if I go a little over the speed limit. I don't want to be the guy that you tell me to reach for my ID and then I reach for it and you shoot me because you told me to reach for it. I don't want to be that guy. You know, I've never done drugs a day in my life. I have broken quite a few speed limits, you know, but I've never really been a hardcore criminal. And I don't want to die because I did something stupid. You know, if I want to die and I could re-enlist, then I would do that. Because I'd rather die fighting terrorists than get killed by an officer of the law because they were a chicken shit and didn't defuse the situation and stay calm. So, in that, you know, I think everybody in South Carolina needs to be prepared because this hung jury thing can't work out. And I mean, I'm not trying to get any racial divides or anything going on in my speech. I'm just saying, you know, if they're gonna let this guy slide through, and he's still probably gonna have his police job, there's gonna be some issues. You know, there's gonna be a lot of freaking issues, and I just think everybody needs to be prepared for that. So this is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I'm James Williams Jr. Be seeing you. And this is 11 minutes and 15 seconds of your life that you can't get back.